Hey guys, it's me. I know you've been waiting for a while for this review, and it's finally up. As you guys know, A Global Phenomenon hit theaters November 20th, 2009, and as no other than the Twilight Saga New Moon. This movie did not disappoint. I saw it 5 days after because I was skipping the Midnight Madness. I know all those little girls would have been there, and whenever Jacob would have took their shirt off, they would have screamed, so I skipped that. I would have punched that girl in the face, and I probably would have got kicked out of the theater. So I skipped. I saw 5 days after, and that was the biggest wait of my life, let me tell you. I read all the books twice, and I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of the first film, although a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was good, and I love the books. I'm like obsessed with the books, and this movie did not disappoint. It already broken tons and tons of records. It is the biggest single midnight screening with 26.3 million. It has the biggest single day domestic gross, and it has the third domestic opening weekend of all time. So you know it's going to be good just from the records it's breaking. But Kristen Weitz directed it, and Melissa Rosenberg came back to do the screenplay. And the great thing about this is, if you read the books, you're going to love the movie. It's exactly like it. They only threw in a little bit of extra parts, and it's something you probably wouldn't even notice if you watched the movie, but you're going to love it. Especially for those who didn't even read the books and really like the first film, you're going to love the second film too. All the characters stayed the same. Kristen Stewart reprised her role as Bella, Robert Pattinson reprised Edward, and Taylor Lautner reprised Jacob. And all the Collins stayed the same, so it's the same people, and you're going to follow through, you're going to know exactly what's happening, what's going on, so that's good. This movie's just amazing. The graphics, the scenes, everything. I'm going to go over what I liked, what I didn't like, and everything else. So I'm gonna get started. Like I just said, Chris Weitz directed it. Melissa Rosenberg did it. Melissa Rosenberg, if I'm pronouncing that right, I hope I am. That'd be kind of messed up. Did the screenplay like she did in Twilight, and it was just a really great movie. Some things I loved. I loved the werewolf fight. I thought that was the most epic scene in the movie. It was amazing. I remember sitting back in my couch on, like, I think it was like August or September, whenever the movie awards was, and watching the first trailer for New Moon and seeing Jacob as a werewolf, and it just looked so fake. It came a long way from then. It's like amazing. It looks like a real dog or like a real wolf. It's amazing. You could see the fur and the fangs have all like the grit and stuff. Oh, it's so good. The fight was definitely the best part of the movie for me. It was amazing. It just looked so real. And it fit the book fight perfectly too. I just loved it. Another part, the end was the best. So a lot of people didn't like the end. I loved it. It left an opening for eclipse, and I loved it. I didn't want it to end though. That was the bad part, I guess. I did not want it to stop, but I loved it. It was like, especially the part where Bella is standing there and Jacob and Edward's like, "Let's go, Bella," and he starts pushing her away, and then Jacob's like, "Don't speak for her." And they like got so mad and started shaking and went into a werewolf. And then Bella's getting in between them two. I thought that was so epic. Like, that's the best part. And then he's like, then Jacob walked away or jumped and ran away into his wolf thing. And Edward's like, "Marry me, Bella." And she's like, and then it went black. Like, I was like, what? But it was so amazing. I love the ending. It left opening for eclipse, which is great. Another minor part that I loved, if you probably saw it already, when Bella went to go visit Jacob because he wasn't answering any of his phone calls or whatever, and you see him, his hair is all cut short. I think it looks so hot like that, and he's not wearing a shirt or anything, and they're talking. And if you pick up on it, if you're really watching it, you see the steam coming off of his body, and I thought that was amazing because if you read the books, he's not any normal human temperature. He's 108 degrees, so I mean, when water hits that thing's gonna steam, and I just thought that was great. Also, what did I love? I loved all the special effects with Edward just like popping up, especially the one where she's underwater and then she pulls her hand away. That was excellent. Excellent. Another thing I liked was when Bella, when she was running with Edward, people didn't like that. I thought it showed you like one of Alice's visions. I thought that was cool. Alright, things I did not like. Okay, the mooning. What was the mooning about? In the beginning when they were kissing, I know they're passionate, I know they love each other so much, they're into it. You gotta moon. You're only kissing. I mean, don't moon. I mean, it just made it a little corny for me. Also, Kristen Stewart, she was phenomenal. She was good. But I'm not feeling the love with Edward. I'm not feeling it. I mean, I know if you read the books, it's like, that's all the books are about is Edward. How perfect, how beautiful. It doesn't look, she loves, I think she has, personally, me, I know you guys might feel different, I'm Team Edward all the way, but it looks like she has more chemistry with Jacob than she does with Edward on the screen. I mean, once I saw the film, I kind of wanted to be Team Jacob, because I felt so bad, and I'm like, bringing Jacob Black to life with Taylor Lautner is just a perfect match, so I kind of, I don't know, I might switch over to Team Jacob, but, like I said, she has more on-screen chemistry with Jacob than she does with Robert. Or with Edward. I could tell, like, the true love she feels for Jacob, and then Edward, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just don't feel it. I know she has definitely more off-screen chemistry with Robert than she does with, Taylor, but I don't know. Anyway, that was one thing I didn't like. And another thing, when Edward left her, she wasn't even, all she was doing was, like, on the floor, like, I mean, I know if he left me, I would be bawling my eyes out. You guys probably don't like what I just said, but, I mean, she didn't even cry. The only time she cried, which was really, like, sad, like, I felt bad for her when she was in the bed and she was, like, freaking out about the nightmare or whatever. I think she was crying then, but throughout the movie, I did not see her shed a tear at all. Maybe a little bit, her eyes were starting to get watery when Alice came to the house and she's like, Edward thinks you're dead or whatever, and she's like, what? And her eyes are all watery, but that's the only part I actually see her eyes watery. So that is basically the parts I didn't like. Overall, I loved this movie. It was great. There was only, like I said, what, 3 parts I didn't like? Just them. Also, I thought the Volturi were too hyped out. Too overrated. I mean, Dakota Fanning. Oh, Dakota Fanning's playing Jane. She was in the movie for like 2 minutes. Literally. Like, literally 2 minutes. She did great, though. I mean, she was just like, this thing hurts just a little. But it was only 2 minutes. I mean, it's not like she was, I don't know. I just felt like she was in that for a short amount of time, and everyone was so hyped up to see her. I thought Arrow was definitely the best out of Volturi. He portrayed the character perfectly for me. I don't know about you guys, I thought he just fit so well. Sias and Marcus, I don't know, Marcus kind of creeped me out. He was just sitting there, kind of weird. But, everything else was amazing. The wolves were great. The special effects were amazing. Like, the actors were really good. So, overall, great movie. See this with your family. You could see this with your girlfriend. That'd be a good one. You could see it with your boyfriend. Anything. Your brother. It's just it's a great family movie. It is. It's really good. Like I said, I loved it. I give it 10 stars out of 10 stars. Like I said, there's only little things that I didn't like. Oh, and I want to also add in before I go, things that they added. If you guys noticed, in the books, if you read the books, for those who didn't read the books, when Bella approaches the motorcycle guys, she doesn't hop on the motorcycle. In the movie, she hops on. They added that in. She never does that. She just goes over there, talks to them, and goes back. And in the book, I feel that Jessica, like, flipped out way more than she did in the movie, but that's okay. But, yeah, she only went over there. She talked to them. She didn't jump on the back of the guy's motorcycle. They also added in the running scene, like I told you. And they added in one more little thing. I don't remember. But overall, really great movie. I loved the werewolves. I loved the Cullens. Everyone was just great in this film. I loved it. There were so many epic scenes, and I suggest you go see it. 10 out of 10 stars. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil anything else for you, although I already told you about the movie. But, that's it. I'll see you guys later, and thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you think about what I said, if you guys agree with me. Some of you might not agree with the things I said, but I thought, that's just my opinion. Everyone has different opinions, as you guys know. But that's really it. So, so pumped for Eclipse, June 30th, 2010. Cannot wait. I will be there first, well, maybe not Midnight Mass, like I said. Maybe I'll wait a couple days. But that, again, will be another long wait. So, you guys will see me then when I make an Eclipse review. Bye.